Iran yet to drop a set. The RPC just conceded one set in the semi-final against Brazil. But they've got their work cut out here with the #1 team in the world in front of them. Iran in the white shirts and the RPC in the red.
Hope you're sitting comfortably. I hope you're enjoying, getting ready to enjoy this wherever you're watching from, whatever you're watching on. It's about to get underway. It's the Islamic Republic of Iran in white serving. The Russian Paralympic Committee in red receiving for this men's sitting volleyball gold medal match from the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. And the first point goes the way of Iran. Alipur with the score.
A great start for them, wiping off that big block. Now the RPC are going to have to work really hard on their defensive duties.
Well, let's have an ace serve to get the next point then.
They have to work a little bit harder on defensive duties. First thing they need to do is put the pass in. That right down the seam, that panic channel, corridor uncertainty, whatever you want to call it.
Big Dally to serve again. We've got a lifting call against Alipur, and he gets quite a few of them. Does the number 4. It won't be his last. Another lifting call, that time against Alipur.
Both teams just overstretching on that block just to try and get the finish on it.
Decent serve from Shestakov, and that has hit the floor, and side out achieved by Iran. They do like to run a fast play, Iran, when they can.
The ball off the net and out of play. RPC level the game at 3-all.
Nice up by Salehi. Good reactions from Alipur. And the first touch for Morteza Mirzad, not the one he really wanted.
When he's in that position, when the RPC attack on the left-hand side, they're going to target that shot across because he's not the quickest defensively. He holds himself up, but they're going to target to get the touches off him. And he'll respond with something like that.
Well, Russian players called for lifting. Good defense by Shestakov. Quick ball through the middle, but well defended by Big Dally. And then it just goes to Mirzad. He's the go-to player to finish everything off.
Iran have played like this, where they've gone to Mirzad a lot at the very, very start of the game. Then even when he's front court, just moving it around because the blockers are now leaning toward him each and every time.
Lifting against Iran.
It's one area they're going to have to work on, not to give away these 3 points to the RPC, because the RPC will take advantage of that.
Well left. It's such a really big serve that Victor Milinin has. Alipur with the serve. Classic. That one comes off of the block. That doesn't stay disciplined, just reaches to try and take it, and he's taking it away from everybody else.
These two are the most powerful servers in the competition as well. Makes it really hard for them to block the serve.
Good up, Salehi. Free ball for Iran. And they'll go to Big Dally through the middle. Alipuriani's such a quick setter. He really does scoot round the court. And then when you've got 3 attackers like that, it's going to be almost impossible for the RPC to do anything about it.
He's so great with his vision as well. He's going to distribute that ball, move it around. Look out for some of this little second balls as well. As soon as he finds that gap, that ball is going to be dropped into the centre as well.
Iran leading by 3 at the first technical timeout.
I think how many of those points from the RPC have gone the way of lifting from Iran as well. That means the RPC are going to have to sharpen up on their attack, use the block well. Bajcik with a lot to say in the technical timeout for the IPC. Volosnikov, the setter, also another one that gets into that court really quickly, inside that 2-meter line to start to then give the options when he's back court. The more they can run those 3 front court attacks, the harder it's going to be for that block to move across as well. And that's going to go for both teams.
Alipur to serve. Iran in a good place, leading by 3. Well left. Krupin serve dealt with, but Bigdali is picked up. Another chance maybe for Iran. Bigdali once again. Excellent dig that by Milanin. Oh, goodness me. Well, oh.
I love that Morteza have just moved out the way, gone, you have that pancake, it's okay.
This has been called as Morteza being over. He isn't. He's contacted that ball right on his side and then followed through. He gets called for that so often. He'll feel a bit hard done by. Russia don't care, though. They take the point. They're back to within 1. That's definitely on Morteza's side this time. And he puts it away. Have another go.
Here's a quick check to the referee, just to make sure.
Yeah, how far back would you like me before I crush the ball on the floor? Doesn't crush that one into court, though. And one of the advantages of having a libero is Morteza can take a break. Salehi will come in and replace him across the back row for passing and defending. Bajcik to serve for the RPC. Lovely. Lashkari, he's really quick as well. He's like lightning around the court.
Really late with his action as well. So once he knows he's got the option to go inside the court, he will do, or he'll wait and then take it down the line.
Now lifting call against Iran as they were moving. Savicev, who just served for the RPC, has got one of the best serves in the business, and that was made to look like he just underarmed it.
You mentioned about the benefit of having a libero. When you've got a libero like that, it's worth 2 players on court.
That's clever from Alipur. And that's not easy to do, to disguise that ball like that.
Especially with the speed his hand comes through, to leave it to the very last minute.
Bigdali once again. Well played. Milan in.
So at the start, Milan then will be one of the key attackers, both on the left and right-hand side. And he'll want to get his arm nice and warm.
Groans from the RPC as that was played by Babadi, saying he caught it. But well played, RPC, playing to the whistle.
Yeah, Krupin with a big swing. Had the line. The block was just leaning across, so it was easy to wipe off.
Great pick-up by Bajcik. Another chance for Iran, though. Oh, and they make an excellent block. Milanin denying Babadi.
Milanin's 12th block of the competition. First of the game here. That's a shutout block.
Shestekov's serve. Iran's point. Alipur puts it away, and there's not much is going to bother Iran. They'll know that RPC can get back into it, but they've got the tools to get themselves out of trouble when they need it.
That ball coming in slightly into court, so he gives him the cross-court option and to use the hands if he wants to.
Mirzad wasn't in the best position to have that, but just because he can, and he's got that, he did really well to get out of the way of that, and then he can just hit it from anywhere when he wants.
What an angle.
That's what you call 4 to 4 inches. Absolutely incredible.
I mean, he's got his hand around the ball and just still got the power.
Good chase. Great. What a dig by Lashkari. I think he shouted "Gator" as he dug that one. Brilliant scramble from Savicev, but a wonderful defensive play, which gives Iran the point.
RPC calling for a timeout. Oh, sorry, a technical timeout. The 4-point lead. Iran leading here, looking for their 3rd gold of the Paralympics.
Iran really have been dominating sitting volleyball for some time now. In fact, when they lost the World Championships in 2010, the head coach said, you know what, it's okay, because, and to quote, the world does not know what's coming. And what was coming was that man in your picture, Morteza Mirzad. The 2nd tallest man in the world, the tallest man in Iran. He's 8 meters and 46. Standing upright. He's taller than the net in standing volleyball.
I still don't think people know what's coming.
I think I might have just said 8 meters 46. I think he might feel like that. What I meant to say was 2 meters and 48.
When you stand next to him, you look up, that's what you think.
Yeah. Goodness me. And on the net like this, the net's 105. He's hitting the ball above the height of the antenna, is Mirzad. So how do you stop that? That's the question RPC are going to have to find an answer to.
It's not even a swing as well, it's just the wrist. He gets that generate power just from that.
He's definitely the king of ping. There's Mirzad.
That's great read at the net. Group in. It's really hard for the defensive side to get the ball back, especially when it's just come down the tape. It has to be lifted up. There's no way of generating a clean hit from there.
A serve for Milanin. That's another belter, and it won't come back. That's where RPC can really get into this game. Okay, they know that Mirzad is going to be almost unstoppable in offense, but if their serving can put Iran under pressure, he's not going to be able to have any hits. Good up. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! That is the block of all blocks. It's the monster of monster blocks.
It's not fair. He had nowhere to go. He couldn't hit any angle, any shot there.
And now they try and get as far away from Mirzad as possible, going to Milan in the back row, but he doesn't find the court. And for everything that the RPC have done to try and stay in this one, Iran have just gone about the business of being Iran, and now they are 19-16 up, timeout called by the RPC.
The one thing is, nobody's shirking anything from the RPC side of things. They're going at it. Leaning on that service line, one of the most impressive servers I've seen in this competition. The power he generates to get past that block as well is just going to drive this team forward. They're only down by 3.
We're seeing two very different examples of how to get points and two very effective examples. For Iran, it's about their offense, their blocking with Mirzad. And from the RPC's point of view, with Milanin and with Savicev, their serving is what's getting them into it. 77 kilometers an hour so far for Milanin. That's massive. You blink, you miss that. In fact, he's hit a couple, and the camera operator hasn't seen where the ball's gone.
Hawkeye would struggle.
Yes. Good leave. Savicev was hoping for a touch, hoping for it to be in.
That's why they're applauding the referee earlier, just so they got them on their side then for moments like that.
Alapur to serve. Iran now 4 in front, 5 away from the opening set. That's too tight. That's definitely going to be Iran's ball. Alapurin doesn't need to do that for Mirzad. He just set it. I think he just lost his bearing. He's taking it off Savicev. Definitely.
Mirzad also needs to change what he does. When he knows it's like that, he just needs to hold himself there and just turn into a block, because he'll shut it out straight away.
Good up. Great hustle this. Shestakov doesn't find an opportunity to get it on the floor, and then it's only a matter of time before Mirzad does what Mirzad does best. Sends that to Spiketown.
Looking at the Russian blockers as well, they're not just stacking straight over Mirzad yet. They're still waiting in position because they know the set is just going to ping out to 4 very fast, use the middle as well. So they've got to stay controlled in their position, but then still get over there in that time. Luckily, Mirzad likes a nice high ball, so they do have a little bit of time to get there.
Madavan on to serve for Iran. Good swing, Savicev as he finds some room between the blockers.
He just wound up for that, wasn't he? It's like pressing power mode on a computer game and then releasing it at full power.
Clever from Babadi.
When the ball's brought inside, being left-handed, he's got to get creative with his options there, where the blocker's taken the cross-court out from him. So he's got to use it or just play the little cut shot across.
Lashkari to serve. And he's easy as that for the RPC to get their side out. Volosnikov deciding not to set it, but play it on 2. Excellent ball in. Good touch. Free ball coming for Iran. 3 front court opportunities, 3 swings available. But it's Lashkari going to his setter. And that one's come off the bounce and gone out.
Giving molten sign on the top of his head. Hit there.
Vicious serve from Savicev. That's off the hands from Milanin. It's not over yet, this set.
And Milanin and Sanchez, they are just brutes when it comes to their swing.
Unsurprisingly, timeout called by Iran.
So 1 point game, 21-22, RPC fighting. Nozad is backcourt, so the libero's on. So there's chance, lots of Bigeli and Babadi, to state their claim and show what they're about.
Iran needs to get off of this Savichev serve. Easier said than done. Oh, he's miles in court for that one. I think he got his toss wrong. You can have if you're new to the game, you can have your legs in the court, you can have them under the centre line, but your bottom must be behind the relevant lines when you're playing the ball. What a block, Milan in, denied.
When he hits them, he stay hit, but when you block them, there's only one way that's going down.
Fast. Timeout by RPC. Iran now have set point.
We haven't seen the best of Alapurian yet as well. He's going to be controlling the play from a setting point of view. He defends well, he attacks well. Given all the blocks and serves we've had, there's still only been a couple of kill blocks each and a couple of ace serves each.
Alapurian, he's one of those players, he's just relishing the opportunity to get into the ball, to do something different, to find opportunities for his teammates, and Alapur's got that off the hands. It's a touch, and it is a set for Iran. They have taken the opener, 25-21.
So the teams will stay on the sides they are, due to the regulations. The best of 5 set match. First blood has gone to Iran against the RPC, 25-21. The stats, 16 from 37 for Iran, only 11 from 31. 2 blocks each, 2 aces each, 2 service faults each. It's pretty even balanced. There's a little bit more on the defensive side for Iran, and the opponent errors at the start. Iran were giving out a lot of points. Got 6 points to lifting errors. So 6 points that RPC won were through the fault of the blocker. Towards the end of the set, they got grip with that. Found their rhythm. Some incredible highlights from the first set. So the best teams fighting out for a gold medal. So the RPC already guaranteed their highest finish in the Paralympics. They got 3rd in Beijing, 4th in London. They would so dearly love to add a Paralympic championship to their European championship. But to do that, they've got to take down the reigning champions and the world champions. So no changes for the second set. The RPC to serve.
Iran will be absolutely delighted to get off of Savicev's serve straight away, because now he's not going to get another chance for another 5 rotations. They'll have Milanin to deal with in between times. But they'll be looking to get a few points in the bag if they can. That will help. Alipur closing down Savicev.
When the RPC have been most effective is when they've been in system, when they've had that ball dropping in just short of the net. For the setter to come in and to be able to have the options to run the best attacks possible. Even an off-tempo spike from Mirzad is as strong as many others. Get the deflection off the block.
It's a good touch. Good dig by Alipurian. You can see how the RPC, they're not trying to get too far on the net. You've got Milanin getting in there, but then they're off the net, trying to make it. You wouldn't normally be doing that, but you have to against Mirzad to try and get a touch.
Well, Volsengov needs to be off the net a little bit because he's slightly shorter in stature as well compared to Milanin.
Good touch that by Volosnikov. Good dig, Alipurian, but that won't come back. Even with the length that Mirzad has, he can't get to it.
Keeping those attacks slightly off the net or using the backcourt option is going to be quite critical for the RPC.
And there endeth the rally.
Alipurian digging that ball out. So quick with his hands, that release when the ball comes in.
That'll do nicely.
Really hard
with that really good block.
It's really hard for the defender there because they can't touch it first. It's got to come up from the attacking side to then get their hands in position. It's quite tough.
That's huge. Bejcic gets a block on Mirzad.
You put that in a show reel.
Oh, good touch. And a great swing from Milanin off of Bigdali.
Bigdali was never set for that block properly. Both his hands facing outwards to get the wipe off. It's easy pickings.
Iran will have to be at the top of their game. Otherwise, RPC will be right in there. They'll really make it difficult. They're doing exactly that at the moment. That's a great set from Mirzad. A lot of people think that when they see Mirzad, he's just there because he can block and because he can hit, but he's got so much more to his game than that.
In the last 4 to 6 years, his game has improved defensively. He's not on there a lot, he's only on that when he's serving.
Well played, Babadi. You have no idea where that ball's going until it leaves his hand.
That brings us to our first technical
There's only one person that knows. Luckily, it's him. And that's the joy of having that left-hand combination, left and right-hand combination through 4. The blockers sometimes forget who it is that's there. Shapes to go cross-court, and then just know, actually, they see the opposite hand coming up. That line shot's open, the defender has no chance then. Just the 3 points different here in the second set. Iran lead 8-5. We'll see how the RPC now attack without Mirzad at the net, how they start to read where Alaporian is going to go with his attacks. Iran not even started to bring their middle into the game just yet.
Can't get carried away, got to stay disciplined. Great up. Good up from Salehi. Cheeky little pancake, Alaporian. What a great rally that was. What brilliant play from Iran.
The key play they've had where they've not been able to attack it and they've pushed it back, they've taken it to the setter. While he's back court, as soon as he's out of the game, their distribution, their choice of their options are so easy to read. So every shot until that killer attack went straight onto the setter's head when they couldn't kill it.
Oh, good swing that from Alipur. Well, that's caught Sheshkov right in the snoz. Nice hands from Milanin. RPC will take the point.
Iran just switching off a little bit there. RPC will be happy though. It's back to 3 points difference, 7-10. That's how hard they were serving it. Hit to the tape. Had enough powers to go way out the back line. Again, this time Iran getting stronger from the service line. Corridor uncertainty.
That's well watched. Difficult for the RPC to find any real clean winners at the moment.
Great block for the RPC. Shestakov and Savichev forming a nice wall. It's Savichev that goes back. Maybe serving next. Off tempo for Savichev. Alipur just holding his hands there, reading it well.
Got a lifting call against the RPC, but what a really exquisite example of the skills that the Iranian players have, the fine control they have around the ball.
Yeah, with so little time to react, it might look scrappy to some people just with one hand, but it's actually really well controlled. And the volleying at the net sideways across is just incredible.
Another good swing from Milanin. You gotta love, it's classic volleyball. That's in by a country mile, and that, yeah, out. No, it's miles in. Everybody does it. Both teams will do it. Well played by Denis Shestakov.
He's gone about his job quietly. He's had a couple of attacks and a couple of blocks.
That one bobbling around in front of Savicev.
Lashkari was coming in fast on the middle attack there, so the middle blocker had to stay with him just in case, even though you may think we know where it's going to go out wide to Mirzad. But even just that as a middle attack in any sport, in any form of volleyball, is really important just to keep that defence on their toes.
Twelve from 20 so far for Mirzad, but it's the other players around him as well have all done their bit. Referee's having a little word with Alaporia, and you just get the feeling he's probably said, look, can you all stop calling the ball out when it's in? I'm going to have a word with the other team as well. Actually, what he's saying is that the bench have got to have their masks on, and if they're not, then now they've had their warning, the next thing is that they'll get a red card. That's well played by Volesnikov, catching everybody by surprise with that one over on two. What a pass, Soleil. And finished off rather nonchalantly by Mirzad.
That was a Mirzad tip.
He probably really was. It still no one could get near it.
He meant that. Saw the hole. Just drop it in there, he says.
Touch. Vitali making the block and the touch. Babadi, good reactions. Well up by Shestakov. And Milanin was looking for Babadi's hands, but he didn't find them.
Some of these guys dig better with one arm than many people do with two hands. That is the reaction, right where they want it, right where they need it.
Oh, what a pickup. And actually, Bigdali, in other matches, you'd have seen Bigdali get called for lifting because that ball in the 2-metre line, but what a pickup that is. Referee allowing play to continue, and rightly so.
And then to finish it with that tip down the line is incredible.
A serve for Iran. They are getting further and further away from the Russian Paralympic Committee in this second set. How'd you deal with a serve that's got backspin on it? Timeout called by the RPC.
They're about to have that discussion, I think.
We've mentioned the fact that Mirzad, being as tall as he is and as good as he is at the net, and other parts of his game have improved drastically. There is that last area that once it gets to a level where it should be for him, is going to be the complete package. His serving at the moment is really just a case of get it over. Once he develops a serve like Savicev, from the height he can hit that, goodness me, that ball will just never be coming back.
Well, even in this game, he's started to build a bit more confidence from his first serve in the first set. So that one that we've just seen, and that one there, the attack, the power coming through it.
Got a little bit excited with that serve. Milanin's going to show him how it's done now. Oh, what a pass by Alipur. Mashkari gets dug. Krupin didn't have the aerodynamics he wanted.
It's a strength in the wrist to take that serve in their hands and pop it straight up to the setter is incredible.
The touch, Krupin. Savicev going nowhere. Oh, frustration for Savicev as he tries to take it out on the ball. What a block that is from Alipurian. And what a reaction from Savicev. Timeout by RPC. Iran now 3 away from taking the second set.
RPC using both of their allotted timeouts for this set. It's now down to the 6 players on court and any subs, should they choose to use them. Try and claw themselves back in to the second set. Always good to get the first point back from that timeout. RPC will be happy there.
Krupin. Couldn't keep it in. And now Iran 2 away. Mashkari with a great reactionary touch. Savicev, what a dig by Salehi! Milanin keeps it in play. Another one for Salehi. Is that all you got? That point belongs to Salehi. Ten set points now for Iran.
14 for RPC.
McDally with the serve. I'll get a let ball. A swing for the set. Babadi with a Babadi boom for Iran to take it. 25-14. They lead 2 sets to nothing.
The third set coming right up.
Power, precision from the whole of the Iranian team in that second half of that set. So the stats for the second set, 16 digs. And those last couple of points from the amazing Libero Salehi, showing you exactly what that actually means. 4 service faults as well for the RPC. The RPC, halfway through that set, had no answer for the offensive power or the defensive techniques of the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Bit of head scratching for RPC as they're trying to figure out exactly what they're going to have to do here to get back into this match. At the moment, despite their best efforts, it's not quite been good enough.
No changes to either side for the third set. Penny for his thoughts as he stares through the net. And this Iranian team giving them a masterclass in sitting volleyball. That's why the serves have to be on point. Anything like that, and RPC will just eat up those. Change of attack this time from Lenin. Now the defence has gone back a little bit, just cut that ball across to the right-hand side. Krupin this time on the left-hand side, using that block really well. There's a slight gap between the two. And if he targets it, he's going to get a ricochet and a touch. Halapur not messing around. Likewise, using that block to his advantage. Off the fingers.
Just a joy to watch, isn't it? Aliporian putting that up and thinking, right, that's not coming back. Good touch. No chance for anybody. Good touch, Milan in. But Lashkari puts it in a perfect spot for Aliporian to go to Mirzad, to go to the corner, for Iran to go in front by 2.
Now he's just picking his shots and find the line.
Big hit. Oh, Big Daddy's like, ooh, get out of the way. Couldn't.
Well, Aliporian ducked out the way as well. That's why he was hiding behind him to start with.
Well left. Good idea, right idea by Volosnikov, trying to go into that corner. Even when it's an off-paced attack, somehow Iran able to get a touch on it that time. Unbelievably, Saleh gets beaten. What a swing by Milanin.
That attack coming straight through the block. Milanin going for an off-tempo serve. Whether the feed was right or not for him. But when you got Mirzad there, not the right choice. You don't serve straight down the centre when his hands are just sitting there waiting.
Well played, Krupin. The skill set of all of these players is phenomenal. Savicev with an excellent hit.
It's just the timing they have just to wait and then pluck the ball away from the net. When most people will just go swinging at it and catch the bottom of the net as well.
Lavranovic on to see whether or not he can change RPC's fortunes here. Well, he won't do like that. That one is what you call a raving failure. But it's always tough. You've been off watching and suddenly you get thrown into the spotlight. I'll be lifting against Iran. Savicev is let off the hook. Big Deli's like, no, I wasn't. Referee says otherwise.
Lucky that, because a three-man wall just shutting him out on the attack, but he went all out and gave it everything.
Just love the way Aliporian wants to go and find the middle and then go here and go there. Creates the space well to do it, doesn't he?
Yeah, and we haven't seen enough of Big Deli in the middle. He loves to play that ball to the right and the left-hand side. It just keeps the block guessing. And it's the very last minute, he just turns his shoulder through and whips his hand around the back of the ball. So given all the power and dominance that Iran have shown, it is still only a 1-point game, 8-7.
Good work, Shestkov. Oh, yes, what a block from Milanin.
That's that finish with the wrist, snapping over the ball, making sure there's no chance of wiping off that. Good press.
I am in total awe of what I have just witnessed. The speed of that ball being pinged around the players and still having the control to play that rally.
They just make it look so easy. They seem like they've got loads of time. The ball's going so fast.
Shestakov has been called for being over. Where's his hand contact? It's over.
Yes, he was sliding under the net. He knew, but there's nothing else he could do about it. The ball was going to go out of play.
Nice dig. Just like that, off that dig, Aliporian's set out to Alipor. Magnificent.
In indoor volleyball, we'll talk about Maroof being the magician. But in the sitting, Aliporian is just incredible.
Unlucky by Salehi. Well, Maroof had to learn his skills from someone. Photographer getting a close-up of Salehi.
Substitution RPC. Number 9 is
Krupin back in. RPC are kind of quietly going under the radar here in this third set, 11-all.
It's a great finish from off the net. Second ball. Let the ball come up underneath you. You put a block up there, you're going to expect that.
Shestakov. Good work, Milanin getting the better of Aliporian.
Not many hit it harder than that. You see, he's not even aiming down on that hit. He is aiming at their hands to get the wipe off.
That's well played, Alipor. Couldn't have the swing he wanted. Might get it now, though. That's a lifting call against Alipor. He's saying he's not. He'll be saying, I'm rolling over and my left butt cheek was in contact when I hit the ball. And that's the key thing. He hits it so fast that that ball's gone, and then he's rolling further forward and he's off, but the ball's already gone. It's a tough call, that. RPC up by 3. What a turnaround for them.
As you said, they've quietly gone about this until it comes to the hitting, and then they've just battered Iran on the last few points. Hitting hard, hitting high. But defensively, they've improved as well, getting that ball in. So in their inter-systems, they've got those options to be able to attack. They've had to be a bit creative as well.
That's a good hit. Alaporian off the block and away. Volosnikov not objecting to that.
Only 2 points down. Bringing your big man on at the net.
I guess that's the thing as well, isn't it, for Iran, is that, OK, we don't mind how far back we get. Sometimes not too far, because we know that we'll get round after 3 rotations. Mirzad comes to the net and it's guaranteed points.
It's those ones where it's nice and high when he gets time to get both hands on it. When he does reach out a block, sometimes it's just the one hand.
Well played, Milanin. Working that one under Mirzad. In fact, Mirzad touching the net and then pretending he didn't touch the net or the ball. Even the off-paced attacks work.
Given the size, he can't adjust that quickly to get back to be able to get any power on it, but his angle of attack, even from behind him, getting his wrist over the ball.
Ace serve! Savicev beaten to his outside. What a serve that is from Alaporian to bring Iran level.
It is very tight, set 3.
That'll do nicely. We'll go to the second technical timeout. And Iran have clawed it back. They lead by 1.
$39 from 85 attacks for Iran, 30 from 94 for the Russian Paralympic Committee. Iran have clawed back that deficit, now leading by 1.
Nice covering, both sides. But it'll be the RPC who'll take that point. That sounded to me like that just nicked the block as it went over.
Set number 3, it is 17-16. RPC getting that point.
It did indeed. Good up. Oh, good touch. Wonderful defense, both sides. And a lightning fast rally goes the way of RPC.
This is where RPC are attacking when Mirzad doesn't block, because he's got one hand down, holding himself up. He's not so quick to react, get the deflection.
Well played again. Timeout called by Iran. And for RPC, it's just become easy as 1, 2, 3. as they get themselves that far ahead. This is a test now of Iran's character. God, good ball from Salehi, but it's free ball here for RPC. Krupin doesn't get it in.
Iran just want to build on that now. They've got that side out. That demon serve off. Mirzad's now on the right-hand side.
RPC just got to hold their nerve, hold their side-out game, because they've got that three-point lead. This is probably the toughest situation that Iran's coach has been in for some time. That's off the block. Good touch. Oh, skills! But not so from Babadi.
Mirzad not sure whether to go with his arm and just stuck out a leg. 21-18.
This is brilliant from the Russian Paralympic Committee. There's a real belief about their play and what they're doing now, and a confidence to go with it. Lashkari nowhere to go. Milan in, big swing, but that's off the net. It's always caught Big Delhi. RPC now 2 away from taking the set.
As that ball went high, you knew Milan was just going to launch through it. Oh, the slightest of touch.
In fact, it hit
Alipuri.
Oh, that one's hit Sabachev and gone straight down. Set point now for the Russian Paralympic Committee.
Substitution, Iran. Number 8 coming out, Lashkari, and number 10 going in, Mohammad Nemati. RPC serve, set point.
That's the first quick attack we've seen. Good time to have it. Saves the set point.
And RPC calling timeout.
Я не думаю, что он сейчас будет рисковать. Прием будет комфортный. Правильно нашу. Хороший завод. Помочь, что ли? Ну, давай уже, давай!
Substitution by Iran.
The Russian Paralympic Committee have done extremely well. They are making the Islamic Republic of Iran looking a little bit downtrodden at the moment. I want to make sure they get this done as quickly as possible, not give Iran any momentum to take into the next set. Savicev gets it done. And the Russian Paralympic Committee take the set. They're back in this match, trailing by 1-2 against Iran.
2-1, Iran. Fourth set coming right up in this exciting gold medal match.
The RPC have worked out how to break down this attack from Iran, but also how to score points on their side. Better distribution from the setter. Defended so much better as well in the third set. As we see the stats, 15 digs from RPC, which is an improvement on previous sets. 3 blocks as well, adding to that tally. And quietly, they went around their jobs. All the men on court for the RPC, pulling their weight from the service line defensively and attacking-wise to take the set 25-19.
Once again, it is 2-1, Iran over RPC. RPC will serve. Savicev, the captain.
No changes for either side ahead of this fourth set. Savicev serving for the Russian Paralympic Committee. The Islamic Republic of Iran leading by 2-1.
That's the second time they started the set. And that serve going out on the first point.
Alaporian to serve. Great block. Taken on his side, Mirzad. And then the ball's gone down, his hands have come through. It's all absolutely fine.
It's 2-0. Iran early in the fourth set.
Lashkari.
Lashkari's had a quiet game, but at the time he was needed. Finishing that block perfectly. Forcing his hands back into court.
Lifting, oh, net touch. Actually, not a lifting call, it's a net touch that against Volosnikov. Quick timeout called by RPC. This isn't really where they wanted to be after taking that last set.
С этого мяча. Не уходи опять.
Russian Paralympic Committee supporters and team members in the grandstand. RPC want to cut out those unforced errors. It's one of the key things that gave them that third set. 2 out of the 4 points for Iran are the errors from the men in red.
Nice covering. And a good finish by Lashkari. He's suddenly come good all of a sudden.
Mirzad turned setter as well.
I think he said nectar as he put that one out wide. Great swing. Nice touch by Alipur. Speed of Alipurian to come in. 3 attacking options. Mirzad's had 2 bites of the cherry. Doesn't take them. And it's a really good finish from Denis Sheshtikov.
RPC with the point. Denis Sheshtikov with the serve.
Savichev very nearly made the dig. Milanin's like, come on, buddy, you can make that.
He left in the line for it as well.
Good up. That was tough to control, but not for Milanin.
He'd be happy with that set.
I think he's just said thanks very much to Alipurian.
Probably would like it a little bit higher so it's not so tight on the net for him next time, I think he'd be asking for.
What's an unforced error that from Mirzad. He was trying to convince the referees otherwise by saying, right, I'm off to serve. No, he's got to stay at the net. RPC take the point. That looked a little bit lifty by Alipur. He gets away with it. Massive hit that from Mirzad. That's well played, Milan, off the heel of the hand to keep it alive. Another chance here for RPC. Milan in. Oh, well scooped out of the net, but it won't come over. He's such a good player, Milan in.
He was expecting that to come back the first time, so he had to make sure the second time over.
It come right off the back of Big Delhi's head.
Well, you can use any part of your body, remember?
Nice work by Lashkari. We'll go to the technical timeout now, and Iran have turned it around. They lead by 4.
That serves an example of why some of the players have their hands behind their head. As that serve coming at you at 70 kilometers an hour.
Continuing now in this gold medal match. It is 8-4 Iran over RPC, and Iran is...
You get the feeling, just looking at the players of the Russian Paralympic Committee, they're absolutely over the moon, delighted to have made it to this match. Regardless of the outcome, they're enjoying themselves here. They know what they're up against, the best team in the world, a team that back in Iran play in a professional league. They're really developing the sport of sitting volleyball. And to be competing in the way they are, they'll be really pleased. And you can see that with their body language. lifting call against RPC.
And to add to that, they were 4-0 down at the start of this set when they had called for the timeout. And then to the technical timeouts, they've been matching them point for point.
Brilliant from Babadi. The speed at which this game is being played right now, it is a human game of pinball. The question is, who is going to hit the jackpot? Babadi was close with that one. Are Iran close to getting a victory? That'll do nicely. Such a good pickup from Savicev, but all in vain in the end, as Babadi gets it away off the hands of Shestakov. Big Delhi. Their ability just to have the ball, looks like I'm going to go cross. No, I'm now going to change and do this, I'm going to do that. The shot range is exquisite.
Does open up where you've got the one blocker as well, gives you the option to go to that left-hand side.
It's all going right here for Iran.
And Alporian's in the middle there. He's get that block on. He's distributing the ball well. He does make that team tick.
Good work, Salehi. Shestakov has put that in the net. Hasn't touched any of the Iran block.
6 of the last 7 points have gone the way of the team from Iran. The 4 previous finals of Paralympics has always been Iran against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Here in Tokyo, RPC putting on a big show as well. It's one of the best sitting volleyball you're ever going to witness.
The smiles are getting broader and broader for Iran.
The RPC have pushed them and Iran have just gone, oh, okay, we'll go to second gear, shall we? Clicks it in. 10 points difference straight away. It's damage limitation for the RPC. Just to slow this run of points, get that side out, get their serve on, just start to pick a point up at a time.
Set number 4 continues. It is 2 sets to 1. Iran over RPC. It's also
The RPC had it pretty much their own way in the competition until today. They've come across the best of the best. (16-15) in the 4th set. Iran lead by 2 sets to 1.
Good touch. Just be in awe of the ability, just those little touches on the ball, not panicking, watching, reacting, keeping it alive. Classic example of that.
It's frustrating after all that work to win the point and then to give it away on a service error. Tachiev frustrated as he sits at position 2. Just when he thought his life was getting tough, on comes Mirzad.
Well, that's one way to get past him. A little bit of speed before he could get in and make the block. And then off the net like that, he's trying a little bit hard because of, you think maybe what just happened in the rally. There are ways to get at him. That will do nicely. Again, Milanin and Savicev could well be the two players that might just be able to get the Russian Paralympic Committee back into this. And it's looking a little bit tricky now, though, given that scoreline.
But they've got to play their game. As soon as they change and tighten up, go conservative with certain things, they've got to keep serving hard. They've got to keep attacking hard. That's what they do well. That's why they're here in the finals, because that's how they've played. Be in control of what you can control. A screen from Mirzad echoing around the Makahori Mesa Hall. The final timeout used for the RPC. They're down 19-8. Milanin going for that hard swing. Wipes off the block. More of that, please.
It doesn't seem to matter, does it, who's serving, whether it's Savicev or Milanin. Okay, they've had a couple, but they're just Iran's ability to pass that ball up and get side out. It's incredible.
Taking the speed out and accuracy onto the setter's head.
Clever, but it's not gone the way. Oh, in fact, there we go, it has now. I'm so pleased that Milanin just gave him the Russian stare, and that was it. That was enough to almost melt the ref and suddenly realise, oh no, I've signalled the wrong way.
Even the way Iran acted, they're like, oh, shh, quickly, rotate.
Oh, well played. Excellent movement by Milanin to get out wide, but a great dig by Salehi. Bigdali has a little look, sees a space, good up. And Milanin has just buried that one to the baseline.
He wasn't even at full height. He's leaning into his left-hand side and still gets the hand over the ball.
The ball's hit the floor, according to the referee. Job well done by Mirzad. He may well not get back on court as Meravan is coming on to serve for him.
RPC's point. 21-12, 11 to serve.
Milanin with the serve. Oh, it's an ace! Goodness me! But his elbow and shoulder range is just ridiculous.
Nothing to lose, just keep playing the way you are. And while he's on that service line, just serve like you do. Two for two.
Those high elbow snaps from Milanin, incredible. It's definitely been a case of some really peachy serving from him.
This game has been nothing short of fantastic.
A few more good shots like that from Milanin, and they could be back into it. Mind you, they are a long way back here. It's a precautionary timeout, isn't it, from Iran?
All big guns lining up at the net. Iran, 14-21.
We had to go for it. It's so good to see him. And Savicev, this is an element to the top quality players, but it's not about finding the floor all the time.
No, he's set off the net as well. He's got to use that block. He does it so well, one of the best out there.
Babadi was looking for the floor and the block denying it. There's a chance here. Good ball in from Min. Oh, a little bit tight maybe. Well played by Volosnikov. Another chance here for the Russian Paralympic Committee. Brilliant dig. Saleh won't come back though. And the point goes the way of RPC.
How did Volosnikov get that set? Backcourt setter right up to the net, sideways on. Incredible.
Alaporian, cool and calm as you like, off the block and away.
Giving Iran the score, 23-16. Number 7 is serving second, Belly.
Good work by Milanin.
Scored from every backcourt attack they've thrown at Iran in this game.
Babadi brings up match point now for Iran.
To a match point. This gold medal match.
And it will be Mirzad who's going to come onto court.
Thought Mavan might have had a shot at the front court action then.
It's done, it's dusted, it is over. The princes of Persia are crowned the kings of sitting volleyball yet again. It's back-to-back golds for the Islamic Republic of Iran. They are the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic champions.
Wow. What a way to end it. That ball's just gone through the ground. That's deep down. What a game.
Wonderful sporting spirit by both teams. It really was a game worthy of a gold medal match from two teams at the top of their game.
RPC helped make it that game. They had spells where they were spellbinding as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to congratulate Thomas Murillo. Thomas is his last international referee match. Thomas, congratulations to you.
Well, incredible scenes, some incredible volleyball. The Islamic Republic of Iran have taken gold. The Russian Paralympic Committee have taken silver. Confirmation of the score: 25-21, 25-14, 19-25, 25-17. A phenomenal game of sitting volleyball. And now the tears come, the emotions beginning to show.